North Little Rock, or view their inventory at arrowtruck.com.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Chicago Cubs pitcher and Conway native Jordan Wicks gets in the zone with Justin and DJ each week. Brought to you by Crane Buick GMC of Conway. Crane serves with the best customer service, whether you shop online or visit in person. Crane Buick GMC of Conway. Stop by today.
For a nation searching for a voice to guide it through this modern-day wilderness of popular culture, politics, business, and sports. In these troubled times, we turn to one man. That man is Bill Vickery. Born with rural American values, possessed with superhuman brain capacity, buttery smooth charm, razor-sharp wit, chiseled good looks. He's chosen to use his superpowers for the good of all mankind. So this Sunday, the nation turns to this man for answers and direction. To Bill Vickery and the Sunday Buzz.
Be. I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Well, I opened my eyes this morning, bleary, looked out over the water down here in Tampa. Actually, I'm over on the St. Petersburg side, and there was the sun peeking its head up over the horizon. It did indeed come up today. Words can't describe the effort made yesterday by the Arkansas Razorbacks against Memphis in a partially reconstructed Liberty Bowl, Liberty something.
Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, I believe, is the technical.
Simmons, thank you. Well, it's good to see the fine folks at Simmons trying to. You know, Todd, I'm watching as we're playing a non-conference road game and thinking to myself, who scheduled a non-conference road game? How does that happen? Whose bright idea was that? We're going to go play in Memphis for a non-conference road game. Do we play in Gaza City next week? Is that where we're off to for our next non-conference road game? Is downtown Beirut going to be the site of our next non-conference road game?
Tehran.
Are we going to Tehran? Very good point, Todd. Will we be playing in front of the Grand Ayatollah? And I better not hear another one of those beta male sports writers from Northwest Arkansas who gets triggered by a little bit of traffic. I better not hear about we can't take recruits to Little Rock. You played a non-conference road game, okay? And not a big-time home and home. I'm talking Memphis. So don't give me this, and this is going to go to the heart of what I've been working on this morning, Todd, and that is a new purpose, given that the season is effectively over. Given that any thought, I mean, we don't have the money to compete with Memphis? Outcoached. Again, turnovers, yes, but it's not. It's no longer about an in-game analysis. Now, given the fact that we played a non-conference road game in Memphis, and I meant to say something about this before the season ever started. Why is that game on the schedule? Is there something deeper at play here with Razorback athletics than I'm missing? Middle Tech Slippery Rock at home. Oh, I can't can't get recruits. I can't go down to Little. It's like a road game for us. Well, why don't you just schedule a road game against a non-conference group of 4 opponent? Why don't we go ahead and play it in Gaza City, like I said, or Beirut, in front of 19,000? So it's dawned on me as the morning progressed, and I'm up and I'm going through my notes, and I'm thinking about how great it is to be alive in America, the greatest country on the planet Earth. How we no longer have to hear from Jimmy Kimmel anymore, and he's throwing a fit. I'm not going to get any of my celebrity friends. I'm going to tell them all to stay away from ABC. And I think Bob Iger looks at the stock price and thinks, So I'm thinking of all that, and then it dawns on me as I dig back through the contract for Sam Pittman. Are you familiar, Todd, with the legendary Russian Field Marshal Gregor Zhukov? Are you familiar with him, Todd? Do you know?
No, the name does not ring a bell.
The greatest Russian soldier of the 20th century, Field Marshal Zhukov, was the supreme Soviet commander of all troops in World War II. Now, it was Zhukov who devised the strategy, or at least he's credited with it. I'm sure it was probably some private who dreamed it up, to lure the Germans deeper into Russia in the early fall by burning the villages in front of them, thereby depriving the Germans in what they termed Operation Barbarossa, where they were sweeping over the western part of what was then the Soviet Union, modern-day Russia. And Zhukov's plan was to destroy the villages in front of the Germans, depriving them of supplies so that they would not have strong resupply routes once the Russian winter hit. And indeed, the Germans got deeper and deeper and deeper into the Soviet Union, taking what was then called Leningrad, taking that city, and getting close to Moscow. And then the Russian winter hit. Then, much like the French before them, the Germans made the mistake of getting too deep into Russia before the winter hit. And now, as we all know through history, those burned villages proved no comfort for the German troops, no supplies, tenuous resupply routes, and Zhukov's strategy of literally burning down the villages to save the village proved to be ultimately, arguably, the most pivotal moment of World War II. That's what we're going to do, Todd. We are going to burn the villages down to save the villages. You and I, in the tradition of Field Marshal Zhukov and the Cossacks, we are going to burn the villages down to save the village. Now, several articles today, I don't know if there's any truth to this. We'll find out if they're quietly working on something that Sam is indeed done, and there's a plan here to maybe orchestrate his departure that would not penalize the university too badly from a buyout standpoint. But did you know this, Todd? As I got deeper into it, you fire Sam Pittman October 1 without cause, the University of Arkansas would owe him a shade north of $9 million, because that's roughly 75% of the $12.5 million that he would be owed for his to finish out the final 2 years of his contract. That, of course, is scheduled to run until the end of 2027. However, did you know this, Todd, that there is a provision inside Hunter Yurichek's contract that reduces the buyout to half? Only half of the money owed. In this particular instance, that's a $4.5 million haircut, a $4.69 million hickey, if his overall record falls below 500, excluding the COVID year of 2020. So basically the 21 season forward, if his record goes below 500, then half of the buyout is voided. So in this particular case, as I just said, that's about a $4.5 million haircut. Sam Pittman today, as we speak, as you and I talk, Todd, is 29 and 26. There are 8 games left in this season. There are 8 games. If he goes 2-6, his overall record will be below 500, thereby saving the University of Arkansas $4.5 million. Now, I don't know if indeed there is some deal being worked out, and that's what quietly behind the scenes, that's what's going on, but I that may very well be the case. But the point I'm making is watching that abomination yesterday and watching Sam grimace as he walks on the sidelines. I'm a Notre Dame fan now. I'm a Tennessee fan now. Hook 'em horns when we go to Austin. I'll break out the burnt orange. Come on, 6 losses.
We can go 0-3 in the next 3.
Yes. Well, I mean, a 4-8 gets us $4.5 million. So surely, given the spectacular level of incompetence shown by Pittman and his staff, and we got to put Bobby in there too. I mean,
yep, sure do.
As I'm watching with some people around me, and I'm like, it's first down, we're going to run the ball. I mean, 80% of the time we ran the ball on first down, and when we had 3 and outs, it was we got behind the chains immediately on first down. So, but that's, Taylor throws a couple of horrible picks. We fumble. But there's no reason any of these individual plays should have mattered. That should have been a game that was well in hand. And don't give me, oh, well, they're a better team than that. I'm sorry. No. No. Where's their NIL budget? So outcoached, outplayed. Ball security, of course, as we all know, both in life and in football, ball security, important. So if we can just lose 6 more games, then, and if any buyout is being negotiated now, if indeed that is the case, and I do think there's something going on, that has to be taken into consideration. That the below 500 record, that has, so they can't be discussing any more than a $3.5 to $4 million check to get rid of Sam at the end of the year. If anything more than that is being discussed, then a disservice is being done to the university and to the fans, because that's very clear on the table. It is easy for the Razorbacks to go 2-6 forward, thereby dropping below 500, triggering the 50% haircut. So if it's any more than 3.75 to 4, as a thank you, now get out, then, and I can't even believe that I'm saying that. Is this not the greatest country in the world, Todd, where a man can be paid $4 million to go away because he was horrible at his job?
Good gig if you can get it.
So let me get into a little bit of what I think Hunter Yurchek was saying at the Touchdown Club. Oh, there's a third lane, and there's a speed limit, but there are no cops to enforce it. All of that is nice French for we really screwed up the NIL collective. Because watching yesterday, it's very clear no talent on the defensive side of the ball. Sorry, Junior the third, Louis the 14th, and Dix the fifth. Just destroyed on the ground. Destroyed. No penetration. So no money. Obviously no money. I don't know if we are paying these guys in some sort of stable coin or some kind of cryptocurrency that maybe they'll, but we clearly, and so this is the problem, Todd, and this is why I'm cheering. This is why, in the grand tradition of Field Marshal Zhukov, we're going to I want to lure these little Germans deeper into Russia. Oh yeah, look, come on, Samuel von Pittmanoff, bring those troops deeper down here. Yep, that village is burned. That village is burned. That village is burned. Oh, the leaves are starting to fall. Oh, come on, von Pittmanoff. Clumsily just marching the Germans to their death. It's just spectacular that we're going to pay somebody $4.5 million to go away. And that's if he does the honorable thing and loses 6 games. So we all have to cheer for Texas. We all have to cheer for Tennessee. We got to cheer for I'll be up there. Next Saturday is like a memorial service. It's a going away. Friends are coming in. I have just ordered this morning a Notre Dame quarter zip so that I can cheer for a winner, because we got to have Notre Dame show up and play a great game. 6 losses it can be done. It's right there for Sam. I mean, maybe if Sam gets really involved in the coaching, but all we need are 6 more losses. And there's 6 losses on that schedule for sure. And then boom. Well, let's take a break. It's about money. It is to some degree the chickens coming home to roost here, in that Yurchek can't close the deal. He can't raise the money in Northwest Arkansas. And so much of the disposable income money, I'm not talking billionaire money, the disposable income money up there are from people who, yeah, they'll go to the games, but they went to Purdue, or they went to Penn State, or they went to Tufts in Boston, and they're not going to give $25,000 to some NIL collective. They'll show up for the games, and they'll go to the tailgate parties and see their buddies and all that, but they're not going to dig in. And all that disposable income that's still out there all around the state for 25 years in El Dorado, in Hot Springs, in Texarkana, in Forest City, in all those places where that lawyer or doctor or whomever could write some money, they've been ignored. And now there aren't enough lower middle class people in Northwest Arkansas to write checks. They're just not. And the super wealthy, they don't care. Understandably so, they don't care. So Yurchek can't close the deal. That's why NIL has been a disaster. We've said it on this program for years now. Just a disaster. And now you saw yesterday, as Memphis rushed for 7,000 yards, you're seeing the result of that. Got to hit a break.
Tainted love, tainted love. Don't touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you tease. I love you, though you hurt me so. Now I'm gonna pack my...
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
3 distinct, all-electric Cadillacs. Some drive them for the performance. Others drive them for the range. And some drive them because it's the only way to make an entrance. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. Whatever your reason, there's never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac. The all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles. Escalade IQ, Optic, and Lyric. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Don't miss the High School Scoreboard Show with Randy Rainwater, Kevin Bohannon, and Barry Grooms every Friday night at 10, only on 103.7 The Buzz. Brought to you in part by First Security Bank and UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our Rake in the Fall Savings event. The first 50 homeowners who call will receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. In as little as 1 day, we'll take your old bathtub down to the studs and complete the installation of your brand new custom-designed walk-in shower. The first 50 homeowners who call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 75% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts. Receive a $200 Amazon gift card with purchase and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now for a free $25 restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. That's right, the first 50 homeowners to call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH receive these special savings. Bath Makeover of Arkansas proudly serves the full state of Arkansas, offering custom bathing solutions such as bathtubs, showers, and walk-in bathtubs. In addition to a lifetime product warranty and 5-year workmanship warranty, Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers a price lock guarantee, meaning once you receive a free design consultation, your price is locked in no matter what. The first 50 homeowners who call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 75% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts, receive a $200 Amazon gift card with purchase, and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH, 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
At MNB, our reputation speaks for itself. We won't just tell you that we're the best. We'll prove it with our products, services, and commitment to the communities we serve. Technology is constantly changing, and there are more options than ever right at your fingertips. We'll always offer you the latest in technology, and we'll serve it up with great customer service. So when you bank with us, you know you're covered. You keep moving forward. At MNB, we've got your back. Check us out at mnbbank.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Crane Automotive presents The Red Zone with Randy Rainwater. This fall, Randy will broadcast live from a different high school each week with a preview of that night's game. Get in the Red Zone with the Crane Automotive team and Drive Time Sports on 103.7 The Buzz.
More of the Sunday Buzz with Bill Vickery.
You are now free to turn up the volume as loud as you want.
Well, I was going to get into the whole Jimmy Kimmel, but I don't know. Part of me wants to get into that. Part of me wants to not move off of this Razorback athletics situation because I really truly fear that the financial hole is a lot different than what is being presented publicly. I fear that given a couple of the high-profile, departures with price tags associated with it, that there has been a level of mismanagement. That's my concern. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that that's not the case and that the balance sheet is good. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And it's all speculation on my part, pure speculation. I have no inside information whatsoever. I'm glad I'm not on the inside. I mean, geez.
So basically, if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying that it's being the financial situation is being presented as just a little bit of a well when it's actually the Grand Canyon.
So I just don't know. But we clearly have failed catastrophically from an NIL standpoint. And look, football is going to get the lion's share of the money of that $20 million that they can cough up. And there are a couple of pending lawsuits that allow the collectives to continue to operate in the tradition in which they have. And those lawsuits, we'll see how they play out. But we bungled, and that's an insult to the word bungle, the NIL situation, and you see it playing out yesterday. But even then, I mean, could we not afford better players than Memphis? Is that not? That's what staggers me. This is indeed all about money. And I don't say that in a mean-spirited way. I think, look, the rules are the rules, and we've just sort of unwittingly not been playing the game. And I know when Juracek was here Monday and he talked about a third lane and we're not in a position to – and I go back. All that I can relate it to is my business, the business of politics. And any sound campaign. Let's take, here's a great example. One of the preeminent figures politically, I don't care whether you agree with her or not, but it cannot be denied that Governor Sanders is one of the premier Republican political figures nationally. Okay? She has an amazing political operation, really smart people that work for her that run that. They have a high dollar group of people that they raise money from, and then they have a regular working class group of people that they raise money from. And they approach them in two different ways, and they engage them but they are able to demonstrate depth and width in their reach. And you do that for a number of reasons. You do that so that people, if they give you $10, $25, whatever that might be, they're bought in. They've got, they're one of your true folks. And she's created an extraordinary organization. Full stop. None of that. I think we just hired the 17th NIL director. Zeppo Marx, I think one of the Marx brothers was the director at one point. It has been an utter and complete failure for a couple of reasons. One, the university has become, and understandably so, very, very sort of Northwest Arkansas centric. Completely understand why. And I'm not going to get into the stadium debate, simply because shouldn't be played out now, especially when we played a non-conference game in Memphis. I still don't understand why we did that. But we're talking about now, Todd, is a tremendous area. I love Northwest Arkansas. I love it. Listen, I'm from Van Buren, so I remember what it was like 40 years ago when you just had a little 71 highway to try to sneak up there. And there was a big sign that said 17 people killed on this road in the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Don't you be next and all of that. Okay. I know all of that. So it's seeing it grow and flourish, and it's picturesque and beautiful, and the people are nice and friendly, and the campus is beautiful, and I'm a fan of Dr. Robinson or Charles Robinson, and okay. But the folks who make up the disposable income people in Northwest Arkansas aren't from there. They like to go to Razorback games, as I said, but they're not there. They're not dug in. And so somebody that could write a $10,000 check or a $25,000 check, they don't. Because, as I said earlier, because they went to Purdue. So then there has been a level of incompetence, not just from Hunter Yurachek, but specifically laid at the feet of Jeff Long for a long period of time. Hey, we're just going to be able to run the university and the folks with the money up here and, level of elitism. And we lost a couple of generations. Fans who are Razorback fans watch it on TV, but nobody's going to hit them up to write a big check. I will say this. The Razorback Foundation has done and continues to do a top-notch job. Extraordinarily well-run organization, and they do a tremendous job with fundraising. But that goes to fund the stuff, the execution and administration of Razorback athletics. That's the piggy bank we're going to pay Sam out of when that day comes soon. And so they're not in the business of paying players. They're in the business of running the program, of paying for things. So, and again, as I said, I have done an extraordinary job. Yes, we play in. Do we have the Golden Hurricane on the schedule over in Tulsa? I think. Anyway,
they'd beat us too, given that they just beat Oklahoma State the other night.
So what has happened is that sort of mid-range donor that, again, in politics we call them low-dollar givers. They give consistently, but there's been no effort or coordination, or if there has, it has failed miserably. And so I've got to take issue when I hear Yurachek talk about, well, there was the third lane. Was there rule breaking? Has somebody broken? What is that? If so, make accusations, put forward legitimate charges, come forward with evidence. Oh, it's just, some comparable schools, and I'm not talking about Ohio State or Texas or A&M that dwarf us in terms of student population and alumni. Comparable schools to Arkansas did a great job with the NIL collectives, and their success is a result of that. The mediocrity that Arkansas is mired in now is a direct result of the failure of the NIL campaign. Full stop. The two are married together, and this is where it gets really nutty, Todd. This is where it gets scary, okay? You can't go get a good guy because they're not going to want to come here to say, and by that I mean a coach. This is the concern. How do you go get a coach that looks and says, well, they don't really have a NIL, they don't have money to play with? I mean, these coaches now know this isn't about just get me in the living room, I can convince mom. No. It's dollars and cents. It's a simple game. So if you don't have it, you can't get the kind of coach that might inspire people to give it, and so it's a vicious cycle. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, conversely, you take a look at Clemson, who has just dabbled in NIL, and now you see what their on the field result looks like.
You see it, and that's why Dabo's so frustrated, because he knows other people have played that game, the portal and NIL, so much better than Clemson, and he's angry because he's thinking, well, I'm not being out-coached here, but I can't get – well, you made some teams and organizations, there was a fork in the road, and we took it, to quote the Marx Brothers. But some teams went one way, like us and Clemson. Others went a different way. And it's not that there's not money in the fan base. It's that the planning, organization, and execution of trying to get the money and engage was done so poorly and so ineffectively and chaotically that it's been a lingering failure. A lingering failure. And I was going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel, and I was going to say, I see all these folks when they talk about censorship and, oh, my God, and this society, and it's really just whose ox is being gored there. Where were these same people? Literally during the Biden administration, there was an attempt by the people in the Auto Pen administration to create this is inside the Department of Homeland Security, the quote Disinformation Governance Board. You remember this, Todd? We talked about it when it was out there at the time. It was going to be a quote national office to monitor speech. And members of Congress rose up and criticized it so intensely that the pause was put on, and of course, the Trump administration's completely destroyed it and gotten rid of it. But there was literally going to be an office inside Homeland Security called the Disinformation Governance Board, and it was going to monitor speech in America. That's its main task. Where was Jimmy Kimmel then? Where were all these people screaming about censorship? And you see, much like in sports, one group of people has been treated with preference for a long period of time. So now that the hammer drops and there's a level of objectivity and fairness that's engaged in the system, now they feel like they're being discriminated against. Now, well, this is a dark time for speech in America. Is it? Is it a dark time? If Jimmy Kimmel were genuinely a ratings success and not in third place and not having lost 40% of his audience, if late night television genuinely reached an audience, and it doesn't anymore because young people don't watch it, and it is the buggy whip of entertainment. if they really were making money and they really had viewers and America really cared, then there would be an uprising and you would go, oh my gosh. But they are still operating under the delusional notion that they matter. Hey, look, you had about a 20-year run here where American corporations have just looked to the left and said, okay, what can I do to placate you? Hey, okay, I don't want you to protest my business. Here's some money. Here's some DEI. Here's what we're going to do with it, this and that and the other thing. And now all of a sudden, the climate has shifted. So all these CEOs who were saying one thing in public and praising DEI because they didn't want to be protested, and quietly in private just said, look, get them whatever they want, and that way they'll leave us alone, and we can go about trying to boost the stock price. You see, that's what was really going on. Now the perspective has changed, and now it's sort of like, we really don't need Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, he loses us money. Why do you think the Ellisons are buying CBS and now trying to buy CNN? There is money-making value in presenting the conservative point of view. Okay? Why do you think that as a spinoff, MSNBC is going away? No, they're not even going to relate it to NBC anymore. It's now just going to be called MS Now. Because the brand is so damaged with the lefty taint that they got to rebrand and come back out. There is no money in hard left positions anymore. That's just, and I doubt that there ever was. But CEOs placated them. So again, Kimmel et al., they were delusional in thinking that they indeed have power. And now the rug's been pulled out from under them. I know I should care and I should want free speech and we should, but I'm all out of cares. After last week and the week before, I'd like to put up a couple of W's on our side, even at the expense, of a thing or two here to say, But it is highly likely that these Tegna, Nexstar, these conglomerates that own all the local stations said, hey, we've had it with this, and we're just not going to put it on the air. So what the affiliates want, the affiliates get. And if you're Bob Iger, the same way you placated all those DEI folks in the past, now you're like, boy, stock's down 37% in the last 3 years. Literally 37%. That's why I came back to Disney. So now he's going to say, look, we can jettison a lot of this stuff now in the name of Trump, but it just makes good business for us. And oh, by the way, if the second or actual richest or second richest man on the planet Earth, Larry Ellison, gets control of a couple of these assets and starts to come after us from a business standpoint and starts winning, we really are in trouble then. So here's the door, son. Got to take a break. We're going to talk to Deanna Jones-Barligy next about a very worthwhile charitable event, just simply feeding the hungry. Stay with us.
It's Justin Acree for CertaPro Painters, and I highly recommend the folks at CertaPro for your next project, whether it's for your home or your business. Interior or exterior, doesn't matter. They always go the extra mile. They painted the exterior of my home before, and what impressed me the most was the attention to detail. They notice a few boards that need minor repairs before they paint them. They will take care of that as well and save you headaches later on. Schedules fill up fast, so get on the schedule now at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate now at CertaPro.com.
Hawks Homes presents Morning Mayhem movie reviews each week on 103.7 The Buzz. Hawks Homes can help you design your new home, duck club, or lake house. And if you don't have land, Hawks Homes can help you find it. Find them online at hawkshomes.net.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. And save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you bought that TV in a parking lot. It just happened to not come in a box or include a remote. And when you finally managed to turn it on, all it displayed was the menu of Grumpy's Tacos. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by 8 Caddies Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by 8 Caddies Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SALE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SALE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SALE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
In today's digital world, compliance isn't just a box to check, it's a necessity. Network Services Group will help you navigate the complex landscape of cybersecurity regulations, making sure your business stays compliant and secure. Stay ahead of the curve. Focus on what really matters, growing your business. Network Services Group, your partner in compliance for banks and medical organizations.
Network Services Group. One call does it all.
Your home for Razorback football in Central Arkansas is 103.7 The Buzz. Coverage is brought to you by Blackman Auctions, Edwards Food Giant, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Bell Chevrolet, and ABC Supply. 103.7 The Buzz. The Hogs play here.
Now, more of the Sunday Buzz with Bill Vickery.
It's existential, yet it's so accessible.
Todd, help me out. Is this Ambrosia or Toto? Who is this? Baby Come Back.
Player.
It's Player. Player, yes. It took me a second. Yeah. I can see the album cover now. Deanna Jones Barlegee, she and her husband own and operate some of the most fantastic restaurants in Central Arkansas. And so it's not, believe me, I have the pounds to show for it, believe me. So it's not any kind of coincidence then. Well, it's not a coincidence then that you're involved with an event coming up this Thursday night that deals with feeding the hungry. Tell me, Deanna, a little bit about Driving Away Hunger and how people can get involved.
Sure thing. Well, if you don't mind, let me tell you a little bit about potluck first, and then it'll make more sense.
Okay.
So, no, we're not driving hunger in the physical sense. No, so potluck was an easy transition to want to jump on board with, because potluck food rescue has been operating out of here in Central Arkansas since the late 80s, and it's a very simple system. It pretty much we step in to collect prepared food before it goes to the landfill, and then we redistribute it to local nonprofit food partners, and then they give it to fellow Arkansans who are facing food insecurity. And so it completes the cycle of saving food from the landfill and giving it to our neighbors in need. Very simple way to do it, and yet it really fills a gap for those nonprofit partners who are sometimes struggling to keep food on their own shelves to give the folks that they serve.
So I've always believed that Central Arkansas and Arkansas in general really punches above its weight in terms of its generosity through charity. And, you know, I put so much bad energy out in the world through this radio show that I had to have you come on today with something really positive that's done. And you're so active in a number of charities. How do you – well, okay, so now tell me about Thursday night, and for folks who want to get involved, how they can get involved.
Sure. So Thursday night, Driving Away Hunger is our annual fundraiser for Potluck. It's our largest fundraiser of the year. And we really we come together and we want to have a good time. So number one, it's a casual fun time. You're not coming to our event and having to dress up and have a sit-down dinner, although those are great. I just went to one last night and had a grand time. But we want to enjoy what we're doing with folks who have supported us, as well as with new people who are new to the organization and what we do. So tonight, how can you support? We still have a few tickets available. To your point, we have been very lucky to have great supporters and folks who have shown up to buy tickets. So we do have just a few left. There will be a few at the door if anyone wants to purchase, but I would highly recommend getting them ahead of time. Tickets are $100, and that gets you tastings from various restaurants around the city. You've got some of the great heavy hitters in our town participating. Selfishly, I do have to shout out Raduno and the Fold, but you know, you've also got Chowbachi, the Pantry, Big Bad Breakfast. We've got the chefs from both Country Club of Little Rock as well as Pleasant Valley participating with us. And so that $100 ticket gets you tastings from some really great area restaurants. We've also got Tito's in-house, as well as Wanderfolk Spirit, bringing that's right, bringing some of the fun adult drinks. Then to wrap it all up, we've got a great silent auction that has some really great items in there. You've got some weekend getaways. You've got some things for the guys. A really cool PK grill is in the auction, which I think my own husband is probably already eyeing, as well as some art, some jewelry, a little bit of something for everybody. And
Deanna,
lastly,
yes.
Yeah. Lastly, we've got
Go,
Music by the Hound. Come on over.
I'm looking forward to Thursday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for all the hard work in doing. This is a wonderful, wonderful charity. 1 hour in the books, one to go.
Thank you.
Every day in Arkansas, children face crises of poverty, instability, and family separation. But there is hope. Arkansas Family Alliance connects community members like you to urgent needs like beds, clothing, food, and more through the Care Portal platform. Over 1,300 families have already been impacted. You can help reach even more by becoming a community champion. Whether you're part of a business, church, team, or just want to serve, learn how to get involved at arfamilyalliance.org or call 4769-4110 because strong families build strong communities.
The board-certified fellowship-trained physicians at Martin Orthopedics provide complete care for students, adults, and athletes. At Martin Orthopedics, the surgeons and staff pay exceptional attention to every patient's needs. When you go to Martin Orthopedics, every member of the team aims to help patients return to their normal daily activities or playing the sport they love without pain. Whether it's your knee, hip, or shoulder, the physicians at Martin Orthopedics stand ready to assist. For more information or to set up your consultation online, go to martinortho.com. pro.care.
World champion of what?
1037 The Buzz, your world champions of sports radio.
Don't get me wrong.
KABZ Little Rock.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater Holton Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Oaklawn Sports presents Oaklawn Game Day. It's an inside look at the week's biggest games, exciting prop bets, and the latest betting lines from Oaklawn Sportsbook. Justin Acree and Oaklawn's Vice President of Racing and Wagering, Zach Gillum, give you all the information you need to place your bets at Oaklawn. Catch it on The Buzz Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and again Thursday mornings at 5:30 before Morning Mayhem. Oaklawn Game Day on your fun and game station, 1037 The Buzz.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. The coyote is the most intelligent and adaptable of all the world's predators. They have brilliantly survived everything thrown at them, including the United States government declaring war on them. Guess who got the last laugh? Coyotes live and thrive everywhere, including a little colony of them in New York City's Central Park. Most of you probably see them occasionally. So watch your small pets around them, but tip your hat to this incredible, remarkable survivor. Stop by and register at your nearby Doublebees for your chance to win a brand new Bad Boy 550 four-wheel drive side-by-side purchased from the Bad Boy Superstore in Searcy. This terrific Bad Boy vehicle will be given away on a special broadcast of Drive Time Sports, October the 8th. Need not be present to win.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
That leaf pile is 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
Listen every Friday night for the high school football game of the week with Josh Neighbors and Jackson Broswell. Every Friday night this football season, the guys will travel the state to find the best matchups in high school football. And it's all brought to you by Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, Midtown Plumbing, Roller Funeral Homes, and Home Hardware Center.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter Agent Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff, Paul Killingsworth in Cabot, or Chris Allen in Stuttgart today.
Aero Truck Sales has been in business in North America for 75 years. They are dedicated to helping truck drivers, owner-operators, and fleet managers find the high-quality, used semi-trucks that they need to grow their business. Their on-site financing team provides flexible financing options and comprehensive warranty and protection plans. Plus, their attached shop provides convenient and efficient reconditioning. Visit Aero Truck Sales at 12101 Eanes Road, North Little Rock, or view their inventory at arrowtruck.com. Friday, 1037 The Buzz travels to Fayetteville to bring you an all-day broadcast live from walk-ons and preview of Saturday's Arkansas-Notre Dame game. Morning Mayhem, The Zone, Out of Bounds, and Drive Time Sports, all live in Fayetteville. Brought to you by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MEGA25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MEGA25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MEGA25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Tune in each day to Drive Time Sports to hear Trey Biddy talk all things Razorbacks. Brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Here, football is a religion, and Saturdays are sacred. Players live for one moment. The seconds of a game-winning pass live on forever. Where football is more than just a game. It's a way of life. The nation's best conference. An American tradition for over 75 years.
I want it to be gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not forget the price I paid for it.
To the 30, Lindsey's got 35-40. Lindsey's got 45-50, 45-40. Run, Lindsey. 25-20, 50, 10, 5. Lindsey's got. Lindsey's got. Lindsey's got.
Here's to Bo Jackson. Jackson's on his way. Goodbye. 71 yards for Bo Jackson.
Jones looking. Jones now throwing to the end zone, and it is complete! A touchdown! Oh, my! I can't believe it! 31 yards to DeGory Birmingham in the back of the end zone.
Billy Cannon watches it bounce. He takes it on his own 11. He comes back upfield to the 15, stumbles momentarily. He's at the 20, running hard at the 25, gets away from one man to 30, still runs at 25, 35, 25, he's down to 50, Billy Cannon raced some 89 yards for a touchdown.
Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Well, I took the first hour and got into a lot of the big picture problems, all centering around money for the university. Not a good showing yesterday. So let's talk a little bit about the game. Memphis with 489 yards of total offense, almost 500 yards of total offense. 290 yards. Listen to me. 290 yards on the ground. And then ultimately, what was the real killer? And look, we can talk about the bad PI call that led to a touchdown, and that was a screw up, and a couple of other things that, from an officiating standpoint, yeah. But end of the day here, you're playing a non-power 4, inexplicably on the road, again, which mystifies me, and that led to my speculation earlier in the program about what is the real state of affairs in terms of the finances inside the athletic department. But you're playing a non-power 4. You got more money. You should have better athletes, and you should have better coaches. And yesterday, and I get it, I joked about, like, as in life, football as in life, ball security is always important. We all know that, right? 3 turnovers, costly. But end of the day, to give up 290 yards rushing, it was you have to work to do that. You've got to aggressively suck. I mean, you got to really put some effort into sucking. And it wasn't super complicated in terms of what they were doing. They were able to wall off, and our linebackers, I'm not sure if Sorry Jr. the 4th and Dix the 3rd, Louis the 14th, I don't know if they made it into the stadium. We got to get some milk cartons out here, because still haven't found them. And again, I will say we dialed up some pressure from time to time, but in the end, you had to bring somebody, and even then, so we were consistently rushing 5 and dropping no one. And yeah, we can complain about officiating, but 290 yards. The officials didn't run for 290 yards. Arkansas has 500 yards of total offense, 325 passing, $175. But that's to be expected. You're supposed to do that. Turnovers were killers. But really what it boils down to for Memphis, 3rd down, they were able to convert big on 3rd down, 6 of 13. So almost at a 50% clip here, whereas we were an anemic 3rd and 10. And seemingly our 3-and-outs had a pattern. I think we had 4 3-and-outs. It was run on 1st down for negative lost yards. Now you're behind the sticks. Now you're behind your program. And then try to make it up. 2nd down, incompletion. Now you got to, those 3rd down conversions were all double-digit yardage attempts. So that doesn't help. But just it had to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 80% running the ball on 3rd down. Running the ball on 1st down. And in each of our 3-and-outs, and I believe there are at least 4, we ran the ball on 1st down for negative yards. 32-31 in a game that I think has made much more clear now to all of us that the Sam Pittman era is over. At the University of Arkansas, I did spend a chunk of time going over this in the first hour. What will the legacy be? Clearly, the Chad Morris years were beyond belief. So Sam deserves credit for bringing back the program to a level of mediocrity. But Razorback football has been in a coma since that April Fool's Day in 2012. Where do you go from here if indeed there is some deal that's being negotiated out? And I did note, if it's more than, Sam is going to end up with a losing record, and we want that. I am actively cheering for Notre Dame, for Texas, for Tennessee, not because of just out of pettiness. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not above that. I very much could be that petty and small-minded. However, I'm cheering because the provision in Sam's contract, when he dips below 500 for the career, minus the COVID year, when he dips below 500, half of his buyout is done away with. So he takes a 50% haircut. So and that's about a $4.5 million, if you fire him in October, it's about a $4.5 million deal that would save the university. So we played 4 games. We go 2-6 going forward. That gives Sam a losing career record, minus the COVID year, and triggers the 50% haircut on the buyout. So if any number is being negotiated that's bigger than that number, then that's not being done with the good interest of the University of Arkansas at hand. So, on the one hand, I can look and say I appreciate Sam Pittman. I appreciate the job he did, and he cared deeply about the program. The results were not good. They were, if you finish with a record that's going to basically be 31-32, and if you do indeed lose 6 out of the next 8 games, which is, it's right there for the taking, Razorbacks. Another effort like yesterday, that's a loss to Notre Dame. Todd, we can go through the schedule on the road. Let's see, you've got A&M, Auburn, Tennessee, Texas. Those are all losses. We'll get to 6. And it'll be a 4-8 year, and that will be worth $4.5 million. So, we need to go on a slide. The issue becomes 2 things. One, who takes over? That's who do you go get? And this is, I love here the fans will start to call, just break out the checkbook. Well, that's easier said than done, especially when it's not your money that's being spent. And that brings up the real devastating point for Razorback football primarily is there is no money. And the NIL program is an utter and complete disaster. And so as a result, you see one side of the ball being so horrific. 290 yards of rushing. 290 on the ground at Simmons Bank, Liberty Plaza, Liberty Valance, whatever stadium. 290 on the ground. 200 through the air. All right. 290 on the ground. A couple of those guys are still running. 26 first downs. 490 yards of total offense and 50% on third down. It will be interesting to see. This all now is at the foot of Hunter Yurachek. This is it. And this is it. The next month will be a real tale going forward. Enough losses. Sam does the right thing. Here's a gun. Here's a bullet. I'm going to shut the door and leave you alone. What happens now to the players that want to transfer? No need for, in my opinion, no need for an in-season firing. That does a couple of things. One, sort of Bobby's running the offense anyway, and the defense can't get worse. So it's just subpar athletes on that side of the ball, and will be so every game going forward. So it's not like it's going to get better. And Bobby's already running the offense. So plus, if you fire Sam now, it triggers a provision that allows kids to transfer or to enter the portal almost immediately. So clearly doesn't look like a bowl's in the offing, clearly. So ends the Sam Pittman era in Liberty Valance Stadium in Memphis. Let's hear some Chuck Barrett and Pagliacci.
Play action. Green's going to throw all day. Deep corner route. Got a man wide open. Complete. Jones at the 25, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. 62 yards. Rohan Jones all by himself, and Arkansas strikes first. Russell stays in the game. Green gonna give it to Braylon, right side, cuts back between the hashes. Russell rugged to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. He's alone in the backfield. Green's under center. They bring the tight end in motion. They fake a handoff, or they do give a handoff to him. Jones scores, but flags are down. Flags are down after a 5-yard run. Okay, that's not a flag across the way. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That's someone's towel on the field over there, and it's a touchdown for Rohan Jones. Will come to the line of scrimmage with 1:49 to go. They'll operate out of the I formation. Maddox Lassiter's the fullback. Mike Washington dots the I. Green is under center. Goal line formation. Talon, long count. Gives it to Washington. Left side at the goal line. Washington, no signal yet. It looked like he was in. They've not signaled yet. They did not give him the touchdown. Snap, hands it to Smith, coming right side. He gets out across the 16 to the 17-yard line, and that's it. Ball game's over. And the Tigers have beaten the Razorbacks. Memphis holds Arkansas to 3 points in the second half, and they come from behind. The Tigers erased an 18-point deficit from earlier in the ball game, and they defeat the Razorbacks by a final of 32-31.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
Catch Quinn Grovey each Thursday this football season on The Zone. Get insight from one of Arkansas's best, brought to you by Conway Wealth Management. Conway Wealth Management, planning today for your tomorrow. Take control of your financial future and call or visit Conway Wealth Management today, 501-358-3994.
Or visit conwaywealthmanagement.com.
Securities and financial planning offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC.
September is here, which means it's a busy weekend for all of us during football season. If you're like me, baseball season too. Travel baseball was big back on Sundays in the fall. And the one thing that could keep you from maintaining that busy schedule, joint pain, knee, back, hip, shoulder, whatever it is, don't let that run your schedule. Don't let that rule your life. Hey everybody, I'm Josh Neighbors, and QC Kinetics is here to stop joint pain from calling the shots. So instead of laying on the couch, you're out there with your family, your dog, and you're out there until they get tired, not until you do. QC Kinetics, no drugs, no surgery, no long recovery, just a smarter, more natural way to get your freedom back. And also, that first consultation, absolutely free, so there's no reason to wait anymore. Call QC Kinetics today, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. Call QC Kinetics today.
Get your tickets now for the 2025 Hoops for St. Jude Tip-Off Classic as the Arkansas men's team takes on the Memphis Tigers on October 27th at the FedEx Forum. Learn more at stjude.org/hoops and be a part of the action.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing a schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Big savings are rolling now at Guatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the $7,500 EV tax credit before September 30th. Drive a 2026 Trax or Trailblazer for just $249 a month. Or save up to $13,000 on new Silverados. Plus, we're paying up to 20% over Kelley Blue Book for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And right now, you can get it all with no payments until 2026. Stop by Guatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville today. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply, see dealer for details.
Standing Firm Farms Community Outreach Program will be in Conway Thursday at the new Zion Temple Church on Sutton Street with the zone from 10 to 1. Standing Firm Farms will be serving free burgers for lunch and giving away free packages of fresh Angus beef.
Thank you for joining the Sunday Buzz. Here's your host, Bill Vickery.
Unbelievable.
I want to feel sorry for Auburn yesterday. And how many sports fans, Todd, do you know that knew somehow this there was now a rule in college football to prevent trick plays from happening? The old fake as though I'm going out of the game. Isaiah Satania, who couldn't catch a cold at Arkansas, but clearly is he moves within 2 or 3 yards of the sideline and then just takes off. Completely uncovered, goes for a touchdown. And how does that and that's against the rules. Did you know that, Todd? Did you know a play like that? Which that's the old boys club classic. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
The old switcheroonie on him they pulled on him yesterday.
Yeah, no, I was not aware that was not allowable.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise. As I watched it play out in real time, I thought, genius, and so, but yeah, and I guess the SEC, the commissioner was, or they were forced to issue a statement saying, yeah, we should have caught that. This sounds funny. All scoring plays are reviewed, but I guess you cannot call a penalty after the fact on something like that. But there are some instances where you can. If you're Auburn, you got to be hot, right? But for a program that seemingly got all the breaks all the time, it's just kind of funny to see one go against them.
Ask Bo Nix how that went.
Yeah. I mean, he's still, it was a lateral, but there again, officials. I guess my confusion there is somebody's got to count the players, right? There's somebody when you see. I mean, there's a line judge that's standing right there. How does the line judge not say, "Coach, you can't do that"? Or usually when a coach is going to pull one of those plays, they might say something, to the official like, "Don't throw a flag on this," or "Don't, I'm about to do this," or "Don't blow." So, yeah, if you're Auburn, I got to be pretty upset, right?
I certainly think you have reason to be, absolutely.
Yeah. So sort of just going through the day in college football yesterday, as we look here, it was sort of held true to form for the most part inside the SEC. A lot's being made about Arch Manning having a big day against Sam Houston State. It's Sam Houston State.
There are so many people that want Arch Manning to do well. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
I mean, they've got it for him so hard.
It's become a thing. You're right. How about Vandy? I mean, hung 70 on him. I mean, Vandy with an old Barry Switzer style beatdown. The bloom is really off the Lenora Sellers rose, is it not? I mean, we talked about that in advance, that you can just see that he's the second coming of KJ Jackson. Like, you can just see the buildup and the hype, and it's just not there.
You mean KJ Jefferson?
I mean, KJ Jefferson, yes. Yeah.
We don't want to besmirch the current Arkansas backup quarterback.
I'm sorry, you're correct. Who seems like he probably is the future next year, and hopefully he doesn't transfer. But now South Carolina and Arkansas both stuck at 2-2 on the year, and break up Mississippi State. They go to 4-0. And again, I know it's against the Huskies of Northern Illinois. Boy, I'm not sure that I'm a fan of the Cignetti guy at Indiana, but man, oh man, was he not taking some issues out on Burt yesterday? I mean, that was your Barry Switzer.
I was just going to say, that was Tom Osborne's Huskers against Minnesota in '84, winning 84-13.
Yeah. Somehow Cignetti, I don't know if there's bad blood between those two guys or what the situation might be, but as bleak and horrible as the day was from just a football perspective yesterday, I did have a little bit of a smile on my face when I saw old Burt. And that's one of only a couple of games that they play against a decent opponent this year inside the Big Ten. So, Ole Miss easily, in what could have been a trap game, Ole Miss easily handled Tulane in a battle of the Oxford broadcloth button-downs yesterday. Lots of Blazers at that game.
Seersuckers in full force.
Yes, lots of Perkins and Miller and the two last names guys.
Bartles and James, what?
Tennessee easily rolls. I mean, the chalk held yesterday for the most part. It was, I mean, listen, it's a one-score win by Oklahoma, so that play has to, I mean, that's just not going to go away. There's going to have to be a conversation about that, and some officials are going to have to, I mean, look, was it a poorly officiated game in Memphis yesterday? Yes, it was, but that didn't lose the game. I mean, I'll say it again. the officials didn't somehow run for 290 yards and convert every other third down. Miami looked impressive, but yes and no. I mean, I kind of thought they'd put up more points than 26, but they easily held the Florida. Miami had control of that game from the very beginning, and I do appreciate the text message I got from somebody who was at that game, who sent me a Miami's new mascot is a coked up Michael Irvin on the sidelines. So the playmakers reliving the glory days down there in Coral Gables. What is it? Just kind of running through the rest of the day. SC somehow is in the top 29, 63-10. Burt falls. Vandy puts up 70. That's a big one. Don't go to sleep on Georgia Tech. I know it was Temple, but they go to 4-0. Florida State, but they played Kent State, and we can't make any National Guard jokes, so just leave it alone. Michigan. I really thought there was a moment yesterday that Nebraska was going to win the game, Todd, and frankly deserved to win the game. I think now, fourth quarter, but I thought field goal as and that was a pick'em game too. I think Michigan was like a point favorite, something like that.
Yeah, 1.5, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Indy, 56. It'll be interesting to see when they come into town what Notre Dame, because that's what's going to be. Arkansas cannot win that game. Notre Dame is going to have to lose the game. You see what I mean? And man, I could listen to Nick Saban talk about life forever. Did you notice yesterday he just throws these little vignettes out there? First, you have to prepare not to lose the game before you can prepare to win the game. Like he dropped that one on, how you do something is how you do everything. And that just struck me yesterday. Like, first you have to prepare not to lose the game. Then you prepare to win the game. You don't have to do it right. You just have to practice it enough to where you can't do it wrong. That's another one he dropped yesterday that just was like, if ever there was a guy that should have his own podcast, it's Nick Saban.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know what a podcast is.
I just saw him drop a Not So Fast, My Friend on Pat McAfee, and then hit him with the John Cena, You Can't See Me.
Yeah. I mean, he is just, very few people I would pay money to watch them speak, and he is one of them.
Absolutely. If Baz could ever pull that coup and get him to the touchdown club.
Oh, yeah. I'll say this, speaking about money in college football, the Red Raiders out there in West Texas, they march into, sunny Utah and get it done yesterday. And Texas Tech is a top 10 team. That's a team that should be in the top 10. And that's, oil money is different than other money because the people who make oil money are usually first generation rich, and they've hit it. It's an obscene explosion of money that comes on you, boom, just like that. So of course he's going to buy the Texas Tech Red Raiders and try to buy a national champion. It's perfectly within the rules to do. I don't know. Why aren't we driving in that lane? Everybody else seems to be able to do it. But the Red Raiders moved to 4-0 with an impressive win over Utah yesterday. Todd, let's take a break. Come back. We'll talk a little bit about the day's action in the National Football League. Stay with us.
If the 25th is the silver anniversary and the 50th is gold, what's the 75th? Well, that's the fresh beef, onions, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, fries, and drink anniversary. Everybody knows that. Get the #1 Whata meal for $7.50 in honor of our 75th anniversary. A meal like that is the way you're supposed to celebrate a 75th. The Whataburger 75th Meal Deal. Whataburger, what a deal. For a limited time at participating locations.
It's Justin Aker for CertaPro Painters, and it is summertime. If you're looking for a project to be done at your house, then get them on board now. You can sign up for your free estimate, and you can get your project scheduled as well at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. I've had painters work in the past, and you don't get the kind of experience you get with CertaPro, where they're going to clean up after themselves, leave you with a great paint job, and they're going to do it all at an affordable price. For your home, for your business, CertaPro is the answer. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. So get them on your project now, again, at CertaPro.com.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Ram Dodge Chrysler Jeep. You know, I saw an ad the other day, and I thought, no wonder people don't trust car dealers. I looked up the discount they were offering that was $20,000 off, only to find out they put a $12,000 to $15,000 lift kit on this truck, marked it up $38,000, and then said they're taking $20,000 off. Make that make sense in somebody's head. Folks, come check us out. RedRiverRam.com. See why we're Arkansas's #1 Ram dealer, or make that beautiful drive right here to Heber Springs.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our Rake in the Fall savings event. The first 50 homeowners who call will receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. In as little as 1 day, we'll take your old bathtub down to the studs and complete the installation of your brand new custom-designed walk-in shower. The first 50 homeowners who call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 75% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts. Receive a $200 Amazon gift card with purchase, and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now for a free $25 Restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. That's right, the first 50 homeowners to call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH receive these special savings. Bath Makeover of Arkansas proudly serves the full state of Arkansas, offering custom bathing solutions such as bathtubs, showers, and walk-in bathtubs. In addition to a lifetime product warranty and 5-year workmanship warranty, Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers a price lock guarantee, meaning once you receive a free design consultation, your price is locked in no matter what. The first 50 homeowners who call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 75% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts. Receive a $200 Amazon gift card with purchase, and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 Restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Pay depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
You're listening to the Sunday Buzz on 103.7 The Buzz.
It brings us together.
And now, here's Bill Vickery.
Phil Collins there, like
Nothing wrong with a little Genesis.
No, I like it. Okay, Todd, let's you and I talk a little bit about what's going to happen in today's National Football League action. And I'm going to try to make the second half of this Tampa Jets game. Of course, my commitment to the show means that I'm missing the first quarter for sure. Probably a halftime replacement. And it's hot down here, man. Yeesh.
How warm are we talking?
It's low 90s. It's low 90s with some brisk humidity today for some reason. So, Vegas, Commanders in D.C. Jalen Daniels is out today. Washington is still a 3-point favorite at home. Todd, who do you like?
I mean, the Raiders looked okay against the Chargers Monday night, but you go on the road. I mean, the fact that Washington's playing with a backup quarterback may keep them in it a little longer. Give me the Commanders at home.
I'm going to take the Raiders. I think Jaden Daniels means that much to Washington that when he's not there, it's just a very different team.
Sure.
That
wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a 3-point spread, so it's a one score. Steelers, Pats. The Steelers a 1-point road favorite up in Foxborough today. Todd.
Steelers have looked all right with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Defense is, I mean, you got T.J. Watt, so you always have a chance there.
Yep.
New England scuffling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Boston
Paul.
Give me Pittsburgh.
I'm going to take the Steelers too as well today. But I think it's a low-scoring game, and it could be a little ugly. Speaking of ugly, Packers Browns in Cleveland. Green Bay is a 7.5-point road favorite,
and for good reason. I'll take the Packers.
Yeah, it could really start to get. It could go ugly early for Cleveland. There's some comparisons there to the Razorbacks, but we both like Green Bay on the road today.
Yep.
Rams, Eagles in Philly. It seems as though now the NFL is trying to throw a flag every time they do the tush push, and that making this announcement this week that they should have been flagged for this, and they're not passing a rule to do away with it, but it seems like I will not be surprised if they line up and try to run it and a penalty's called.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happens a couple or three times at least.
And listen, I hate the Eagles, but again, it's not an illegal play. If the league wants to make it illegal, then do so. But I think they're going to try to penalize them to death when they run it to keep them from running it.
They had the chance in the offseason to ban it, and they didn't.
Yeah, and didn't. So, I mean, more power to them. And people think it's the quarterback. That Philly offensive line is what makes that thing work.
Yep.
And that's why other teams can't run it as well. Okay, so Philly's a 3.5-point home favorite against the Rams.
I think this very well could be game of the day. That being said, with it being at home, you know what? I'm going to be contrarian. Give me the Rams.
Wow. I'm going to take Philly at home, but I do think it's going to be a great game today. Could go either way. Colts, Titans in Nash Vegas. Indy is a 6-point road favorite.
What is with the road favorites today? My goodness.
I don't know. There really is. The money here is, yeah.
But in this case, I would say it's justified. Daniel Jones has been playing well the first three weeks. I mean, Pat McAfee seemed to think he's the second coming of somebody, but I don't know that that's necessarily the case. But, I mean, you're playing Tennessee today, so, yeah, I'll take Indy.
We both like Indy on the road today. Falcons, Panthers in Charlotte. The Falcons released Young Hoku. You know what? Sometimes you just need to let things go, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm sorry, Todd. There's about 9,000 jokes that rush to the front of my brain, and I'm not going to use any of them. But
discretion is the better part of valor sometimes.
The release of Young Hoku. Anyway, Atlanta's a 4.5-point road favorite. Speaking of road favorites,
My goodness, they are a lot of road favorites today. I hadn't realized it was quite that
We both
that
like
heavy.
the Falcons, I guess.
Yeah, give me the Falcons. I think Michael Penix has a higher ceiling than Bryce Young does.
100% agree. Bengals, Vikings in Minnetonka. No Joe Burrow. He's done basically for the season. I mean, forget the turf toe situation.
No J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings.
Yeah. So this is
whoever the Bengals backup is against Carson Wentz. Who do you trust?
Yeah. Ooh. Give me Cincinnati on the road today.
To be contrarian and because I have family in Minnesota, I'll say the Vikings.
Jets, Bucks out here at the Ray J, kicking off in 10 minutes. Tampa is a 6.5-point favorite. Same old Jets.
And no Justin Fields, right?
Correct.
Yeah, give me Tampa. That defense,
we both
come
like,
on.
Yeah. We both like. I will say they quietly put Mayfield gets all the headlines, but the defense here in Tampa really is, I think, the story for the year.
Well, you got my boy Levante David. That's why.
Mm-hmm. The shockingly 0-2 Houston Texans take on our Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's to Chris.
Chris King.
So who did we? Chris King. Yeah. Jackson. I was trying to. I lost. I had a little electronic glitch there.
You still have those jokes running to the front of your head, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. As a young, listen. There's something about the release of Young Hoku. I'm sorry for that, sir. Jacksonville's a 1.5 favorite at home against the 0-2 Texans. Do they go to 0-3? What? This is the same team as last couple of years. I don't.
That's been the head of the AFC South.
Yeah. What's
so,
the Habs down there? And
the Roosters may be coming home on D'Amico Ryans a little bit.
Yeah, could be.
Boy, and that's in Houston too. I like Jacksonville as a team.
No, it's in Jacksonville. It's in Duval County.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's in Duval. It's in Jacksonville. They're 1.5-point home favorite.
Gotcha. I like Jacksonville as a team, but I think somehow, some way, Houston finds a way to get it done today.
I like ATN on the ground against Houston. Give me Jacksonville at home today. Broncos, Chargers out in L.A. Los Angeles is a 2.5-point home favorite over the Broncos, and Khalil Mack will not play. He's headed to the IR because of his elbow, and that's probably going to mean a couple of months for sure. So won't see him until Christmas time, probably.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. He's one of those premier defensive guys that you have to account for no matter what.
Yep.
The Chargers have been playing decently. The Broncos have been playing decently. So I think it's an evenly matched game. The Chiefs fan in me hates to do it because this is a stadium collapse game for me. But give me the Broncos. I'll do Sarge a solid and take the Broncos.
You take Denver? Well, and I don't want to. I love my man Big Sarge, but I'm going to take the Chargers at home today, in spite of not having Khalil Mack. Saints, Seahawks in the Great Northwest. Seattle is a 7-point home favorite.
Yeah, and the home field advantage we all know for Seattle is one of the best in the league. I think it plays a factor today.
Yeah,
go with the Seahawks.
Yep. Yeah, I think that home field advantage in the situation. They get the W today. Boys and the Bears in Chi-Town. The debut of Jadeveon Clowney. And he was arrested for trespassing or something? He parked his car in a private lot and refused to move it or something, and then he got a come on, it's Dallas. You know what I mean? It's Dallas. Like I said, there's got to be some sort of controversy off the field. So, but anyway, he won't need a car today as they're in Chicago. Dallas is a 1-point road favorite. Dad, the game's this afternoon on Fox.
Yeah, that's that will be an interesting one. Boy, I've been flipping on this one all day. Give me Dallas.
Yep, we'll take the boys. They'll go to 2-1. Cardinals, Niners in just outside of Palo Alto. This is division game, pair of undefeated teams, afternoon game on Fox. This has the potential to be a great, starts in the daytime, finishes at nighttime sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Niners a 1.5 favorite.
Yeah, and
I
can't remember if Brock Purdy's playing for the
No.
Niners today or not.
According to Associated Press, he's sidelined.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, give me Arizona.
I think we both like the Cardinals, yes. And in the game tonight, in the Yak, your Kansas City Chiefs take on the Giants. KC is a 6-point favorite. I think we both know who we like here, right?
You know exactly where I'm going with this one.
Yeah. The Chiefs get off the schneid here. And, it's interesting. I know a lot's made about the 0-2 starts and the make the playoffs and all that, but that was in a different era. I think the Chiefs are still in a good spot. They win tonight and can put some stuff together. I mean, it's not a young team anymore.
No.
But I see a decent run through October and November, putting the Chiefs in a good playoff spot once we get past Thanksgiving. So, but we both like the Chiefs, right?
And to be a Chiefs homer for just a second, the two losses were both really close games.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they've had the ability in the past to pull those out, but, I mean, you lose by, 6 to the Chargers in Brazil, and then you lose to the defending Super Bowl champion at home in a close game that could have gone either way. So, the records, you are what your record says you are, but I agree. I think, the Chiefs being 0-2 right now is not as big a concern as a lot of people would like to make it.
Todd, excellent job producing the program today, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be in Northwest Arkansas next Sunday. Got some folks coming in to take them to a football game below the Mason-Dixon line. So
hopefully it'll have dried out some by the time you get up there. They've gotten a good bit of rain over the last couple of days. It's rained out the LPGA event up there.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Well, we got to think that Sam's got 6 more losses in him. That's what we've got to cheer for, because that's $4.5 million off the table with an overall losing record. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Only 2 more wins, hopefully, the rest of the season, as the Sam Pittman era will come to a close at some point this year. Till next week, boys and girls, look out for number 1. Don't step in number 2.
How you broke my heart today. You know, I wish I had a supermodel, so skinny and so wild, and a waitress in Nevada. She says she's carrying my child. Well, I drive down Sunset Boulevard, my hair blowing in the wind, and I'd stop at fancy restaurants, they'd finally let me in. I'd spend all my money, caviar